watching the #1 adventure show, Hooked on Utah, powered by Ford. Hey, welcome to Hooked on Utah. Today we've got a very exciting adventure for you. We're out hunting coyotes with Tom Austin from Predator Strike Force. Sit back, relax, watch us do some calling and see if we can't get a big old dog in and put some fur on the ground. You know what? For the longest time, I've been trying to get my good friend Tom Austin of Predator Strike Force to bring me out and teach me the finer points and the art of coyote hunting.
Right.
So I've got Tom, he met us out in a secret little spot. We're west of Scipio, way west of Scipio. We're going out on our first stand, so we're just creeping out here. We're super stoked. I mean, this is a dream come true. If you know Tom, you know he's a world-renowned caller. You know he's one of the premier predator hunters out here in the West. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the clinic that he puts on calling and the shooting clinic that I put on. I don't know if that's good or bad. It could be a lot of misses, or it could be right in the eye.
I always take 2 guns when I'm calling coyotes. In my opinion, there's never one gun that's perfect for coyote calling. Sometimes they show up quick and fast and never stop. That's why I got the Benelli. Sometimes they hang up out there a couple 100 yards. Guarantee you'll put more fur down if you train yourself to carry the rifle and the shotgun when you're calling coyotes.
Sometimes you're not going to hit a home run. We got set up. It's a beautiful spot. Huge valleys, great big wash. Kind of spot makes you drool when you show up to it.
I started out with vole squeaks. They weren't very loud, but they're perfect for a coyote. They're plenty loud for a coyote. After about 6 or 7 minutes of vole squeaks, we moved on, went to some coyote pup in distress on the Fox Pro, and then we did some female submissive howls. And right now it's breeding season. The coyotes are trying to make another litter for the upcoming spring, and those female sounds seem to work really well.
We're going to move to the next stand, and that's one of the keys that Tom will probably talk about is, you know, you need to give it ample time at a stand, but you don't want to hunker down and stay all day.
All you can do is keep hunting. It's a numbers game. The more stands you put in, the better your chances are of killing something. And you can't kill them at home on the couch, so get up, get out there, and get after them. The one that's closest to us, Bill. You ready? Are you ready, Bill? Okay. Woo! Woo!
I knew we'd do it today. I knew today was the day, man.
Look at that sun coming up behind you. Doesn't get any prettier, does it?
Oh, man. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you. Look at that. What do you think of that?
I am so stoked.
Look at that smile. There you go. That's a picture right there. The hero shot. 45 degrees. So that might be throwing us off a little bit, but we're not going to make excuses. We're just going to hunt.
Hooked on Utah is proudly presented by Mountain America Credit Union, your home, your business, your life. Goal Zero, renewable electric power anywhere. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. The Kengar Ford Store in American Fork, 800-5 Browning Firearms and outdoor gear, the best there is. Kershaw Knife Technology, made in America. Catch the big ones, Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits.
If you want to get geared up for this week's adventure, then stop into your conveniently located Sportsman's Warehouse. Hey, if you want to put the smack down on a coyote when he comes in really, really close, make sure you've got some heavy shot dead coyote. Pull the trigger, lights out. Two choices when you're hunting coyotes. One, in close, you want a Browning Maxus camoed out. Pump it full of your dead coyote. You're going to put the smack down when that dog runs in close. Next, you want something like this, one of these beautiful Browning X bolts. 22-250, great caliber, something fast and flat so you can reach out if the dogs are hanging up. Come in and see the guys right here at Sportsman's Warehouse and get you set up on the right gun. Concealing yourself is key to a successful predator hunt. Matching your camo to the terrain is an absolute must. Come into Sportsman's Warehouse, they've got all the brands, and Browning has everything you'll need to match the hatch for your hunt. Whether you're in the field hunting big game, you're fishing, you're filleting, you're processing your meats, Kershaw makes the very best knife, the best steel, and they have a wide selection to meet your style and performance needs. Check them out at Sportsman's Warehouse and make sure you don't get caught without a Kershaw knife.
We're gonna sneak up over this little saddle here. The rocks will break up our outline really well. It'll give us some shade to sit in. And it's also busy terrain. Anytime you want to build a stand, you want to look for busy terrain, because the coyote's gonna come to an area where he can see, and he's gonna process what he sees. And if you're standing out like a sore thumb, you know, out in the middle of a field or something, you're already in trouble.
If you're the only unique feature.
Yeah. But he'll come to an area such as this, and his eyes will be defeated. You know, he'll be overwhelmed. There's too much for his brain to process. His eyes will be defeated. He'll follow his ears to the sound. That's what we want to happen. What I've done here is brought the camera down to show you the coyote's perspective of this stand. We've got the Fox Pro out there with the jack attack decoy. The wind is coming right from that jack attack to me. Now here's the key to it. You gotta place the hunters off to the side, because that coyote is gonna be downwind of that decoy. So what we did is we set up in a crosswind situation. To the right of Andy and up a little bit is my chair. You can't always call them in, and when you see one sitting there as you're driving along and you're doing work for a rancher that wants them gone, you kill him. He had a big old calf leg in his mouth. Beef eater coyote, we need to get rid of him, and the rancher will be very, very happy that we did so. You hit him low. There you go.
And we're going through some property here that Tom has permission to hunt. And there's a coyote out there and he's eating a calf leg. And so we, you know, hammered him. Trying to do the rancher a little favor. Now we're gonna go out and see if we can find him if we don't get run over by the cows.
I don't think he made the best shot the first time, but I think he had a little bit of coyote fever and hit a little low. That's all right, that happens. He made a good shot on it the second time.
Down the coyote.
There you go. I'll take him back to the truck and weigh him. Nice coat, some black tips on there.
Good looking coyote right there. So there's our, the skunk is out of the boat on our little coyote hunt.
Right.
It's not what we wanted, didn't call him in, but he's out here harassing the rancher's cattle. He was working this cow leg, and
He didn't want to leave it, did he?
didn't want to leave it.
Oh, we were both on.
24 pounds.
Well, just in case you were ever wondering what the clown looks like behind the camera, now you know exactly what I look like. Does this scare you? Because it should. Boo!
We're headed out for stand number 3 this morning. We're at Tom's secret spot, right next to the diner, outside of Scipio. It's actually stand number 4. I mean, we had coyotes barking and howling, and Tom's calling them, and they'd bark back and call back, and they just wouldn't come. So we're just discussing how that's kind of the nature of coyote hunting. Is it's tough.
I played something for their stomach in case they were hungry. I played something for their territorial instincts. I played something in case they were lonely and were looking for a partner to mate with. And you got to fire on all cylinders, you know. Yeah, just be patient, sit still, never give up.
Well, you're warm, we're cold. We're moving on to stand number 5.
Well, it's a little slow going today, but we're gonna keep after it. Just keep calling. Make stands, make stands, make stands. Hey! Five coyotes today? That's 5 coyotes today, and we haven't killed one of them.
That's the first one we shot at.
Whoop! Woo!
Now can we have some lunch?
Wouldn't say discouraged, a little bit frustrated because we know there's coyotes here. We get coyotes answering us on just about every stand, but there's just not a whole lot going on. It's real quiet. We called in one raven today,
Vicious raven.
one attack raven, and that's it. Keep going, that's all we can do. 2, 3, 84 yards. Look at that. Big old coyote. Oh.
It's time to announce the winner from last week's question for the gift certificate for the tire giveaway from Ken Gar from American Fork Ford. What was my largest bass ever caught? It was 12 pounds, 13 ounces. The winner, Megan Farr, congratulations for being almost right there. Now for a gift certificate from Sportsman's Warehouse, here's the question. What did my 2010 bull elk score gross in inches? Send your answer to Gary at hookedonutah.com. Get off the couch and start emailing right after the show ends, folks. You know, I want to introduce you to the Nomad 7 made by Goal Zero. This is your gateway to going green. It's one of the coolest products ever. You can use it anywhere.
The Goal Zero Nomad 7 equals 7 watts of portable solar power. When you order your Nomad 7 today, you will receive the Guide 10 battery pack, providing reserve power for hundreds of uses. The Guide 10 charges AA and AAA rechargeable batteries.
You guys need to jump online right now, goalzero.com, and get your Nomad 7 with the Guide 10 charging pack.
Check it.
Oh, come on! Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Ryan Barfus and his buddy Scott won a safari at a Pheasants Forever banquet this past year. The duo spent 7 days hunting Plains game and ended up taking 14 animals in all. Dan McMillan took this amazing photo of this huge buck feeding near his hometown. Dan, let me tell you what, this is the kind of buck we all dream of seeing opening morning of the deer hunt. 7-year-old Harley Lott loves to fish. This past week was no exception. As you can see, Harley did some serious damage while fishing with his dad. Rumor has it Dad went home empty-handed. Nate Spencer landed this quality brown trout this past fall while fishing on one of his favorite streams. Nate's parents tell us nothing gets him going and smiling more than a day of fishing. Bronson Law caught this stunning tiger muskie through the ice this past week. All I can say is holy cow! How did you get that big bad boy through a hole in the ice? Congratulations, Bronson. You're this week's Braggin' Board winner. You've just won a prize from one of our sponsors. Well, that time you let me do the calling, so I started out with a little yippee-ki-yay to the Coyote. I rolled into the lonely parakeet. I went in immediately to the schizophrenic jackrabbit. And then I kind of bounced out to the pregnant heifer cow.
Yeah.
And we didn't call anything
Well,
in.
I think what you forgot was triple sow cow. The Greg Louganis Lutz.
That probably would have closed the deal.
Yeah. And then you always want to close with a lactating goose.
We got a couple of coyotes. There's 4 of them that we spotted out in big, huge. They're surrounded by sage. It's yellow grass. There's some cows feeding through it. And we're going to try to get down into the ditch, scoot down, and then start calling and see if we can't get them to respond to the call. They're just out there feeding on field mice. And they're really relaxed because out here they don't get a lot of pressure. Oh yeah, he's just milling around. The wind is not in our favor. It's kind of at our back, so that might give us away. The other thing is, there's a herd of deer up here that just entered the field. If we're not careful, they'll bust us too. And then it's kind of game over, so 4 coyotes, it's worth the risk.
Do I look like G.I. Joe?
Snuck down along this berm. Got, you know, spent an hour getting in here. Started calling, and when, what was the first call? Hal?
Yeah.
Little Hal.
Well, they started howling.
That's
so
right.
I actually put on the bull squeaks for a second, but they didn't even act interested at all.
That pushed him away. He's got to do it. That's pushing him away.
And so I switched it over to that female whimpers, and that's the sound they make when they're being bred. And he hated it, didn't he?
He came from 800 yards away. He busts up on top of this berm, and you know, he's only 100 yards away, 150. I go to sit up and just try to get my gun and my shooting sticks, and when I do, this stick flicks out of the dirt. He picked up on that movement instantly, and he turned, and you know, I got one shot of him going down, 2 shots, he was going down the ditch. And if I had just been patient, I probably should have just let it keep going, play out a little longer, but we've called, you get excited, you know.
We've been crawling on hands and knees for an hour.
Yeah, you get excited, and I pushed it. I should have just waited and let him keep right on coming. He probably would have come right down there, you know. Oh well.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, huh?
Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's adventure. It's been a unique one that I've looked forward to for a long, long time. Tom, thank you. We hunted hard today.
We did. And you can't ask for anything more. You hunt hard. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. We still killed a coyote today.
Yep.
We saw a lot of coyotes and had a lot of fun. Some awesome footage.
Yeah.
Some great scenery.
We had a great time. Tom is the master. If you want to come out and you want to hunt with this guy, first, he is super fun to be with, very knowledgeable, and he is probably one of the premier guides around. PredatorStrikeForce.com. Get a hold of Tom Austin. He'll take you and your boys and your daughters out on an incredible adventure. Hey, same time, same channel, whole new adventure next week. And remember, folks, stay hooked on Tom and on Utah.